Hey folks, welcome back to Todd Bosley's world famous YouTube channel. Tonight we have a really great collection to show you. I'm going to show you something I'll bet you didn't know. So if you look at everything on the table, if you look at the picture, you can see there are a lot of different bills on the table, but I'll bet many of you cannot guess which bill on this table was America's first $1 bill. Actually, when I learned this about 3 years ago, I was really shocked about it. I'm going to show you right here. This is America's first dollar bill. Who would ever thought? And who is this guy, right? Because we would have thought George Washington would be on it. But this is actually a piece of history right here. This is graded 63 from PMG. It's an 1862 first dollar bill that was ever made. Check out the back of it. I love the back. This guy in the front, though, I don't know. I don't know how he got on the first dollar bill that was ever made in the United States, but he managed to do it. This, folks, is a collection from around the Chicago area. I've been working on this for quite some time. If you watch my videos, you'll see that I've been doing quite a buyout there. This is a kind of a slow process, but just really exceptional pieces. This is a $5 bill right here. Check that out. That is a 68 PPQ. That's a really hard bill to find in that grade. This is from mid-1800s or so. Look at that, baby. That's from the City Bank of New Haven, Connecticut. And this is back when regional banks used to print their money before the federal government got involved in everything. Let's look at this one. This is a $10 bill from 1907. It's a grade of 30, so it's not that great of a grade. And one thing you got to pay attention to is this second line right here, the FR number and who signed the bill. If you guys are into paper money, you know what that's all about. If you're not, it's something really fun to learn. Paper money, I would say, is probably by far my favorite collectible that there is. Far better than coins, baseball cards, or any of that. There's just so many fascinating things about the history of our country. And how little our paper money is worth until it gets old like this, and then it becomes worth something. But that's a different story for a different time. If you have not ever seen this note, this is an 1896 $1 educational note. So this was a note that was put out by the federal government to start teaching people. You got to remember this was 1896, about electricity and farming and all kinds of different things that went on. So that was the purpose of these notes. There is a big history to these notes, especially with the $5 bill. I'll get into that at a later time. But right now we have several good examples in this collection of the $1 bill that I'll show you. So that's a 65 PPQ. Here's another one that's a 35. And believe it or not, that 35 is worth a lot of money. This is a hard bill to still find. Show you the back, which is the same as what I just showed you before. So we've got a 35, we've got a 65. I think we actually have another one here. Let's see what this one is. This is a 45. So the grading scale goes to a total of 70, which is, 70 you would think it would be 100, but that's the way that they grade them. So a 45 out of 70 is not too bad. They take into consideration things like centering, the corners, the color, how good it looks. Now this one is not exceptional paper quality or a PPQ, but still it's really nice bill for the money. This collection is available. I'm Todd Bosley. I'm from Ohio Trading Coin and Jewelry. I'll give you my information right there. My number is 330-323-9775. If you're interested in buying or selling, I'm interested in talking to you. I'm the guy you want to talk to. I try to get the most money that I can for you either way. Try to give you a good deal, but I still try. If you want to sell a collection, I definitely can get you more money than if you go to an auction. Folks, I've seen so many people, and here is an 1850s New Orleans Canal Bank note. Check that out. I've seen so many people take great collections to auctions and just get killed. Because guess who makes the money? It's not you, it's the auctioneer. And that's the problem. Actually, this collection that I bought right here, this was a collection that was going to go to auction. Part of it actually did go to auction, and the person selling it was so disgusted with what he got at the auction and how much they took from him that he called me, and I was able to make a deal with him, and we will be able to offer this whole collection to you. This is a $50 bill from the 1850s, New Orleans, again, canal banking. Check that out. Man, they used to know how to make some bills back in the old days. I don't know what happened, because here's what we got now. Granted, that's a 67, but boring. That's what I would say. That's boring. The back's not too bad. Actually, the back's pretty good, but the front, blah, blah, blah. All right. We have all this available. Now, a lot of you may not know this. This is a fractional note. So this is back when the country was having trouble with metals, and they decided, hey, we're going to print paper fractional money. So here you go. This is 25 cents. That's what it looked like back a long time ago. That's a 64. That's actually a really nice piece. So you can see what that looks like. So that would have been like later 1800s or so, when the fractional currency came around. This is exciting. This is the Chicago World Fair, 1893. That's a 64 grade. These are really hard to find in 64s. Anything in the 60s, Chicago World Fair is very valuable. This is a 65. Christopher Columbus. Show you the back of it. We have so many great pieces in this collection. Again, World Fair money. This is the Indian. This is the one that's, I mean, this is a 66. So first of all, it's really hard to find in a 66, but I would say this is probably one of the most desired tickets that you can find in this grade. Just really a great piece, great collectible, family heirloom. And that's pretty much what this whole collection has come down to. This is a guy who wanted to build a collection for his family. And now it's time for him to sell. This is a $3 bill. What do they say? It's queer as a $3 bill. I've heard that saying before. This really is a $3 bill. I don't know where that saying really came from, but anyways, this is a $3 bill. So we've got that. Okay, Louisiana, New Orleans, $5, 1870s. These were called baby bonds. So this was a bond you could buy, and you can see that they have 5 different tickets on them right down through there. That's a 64. Back of it looks real nice. That's a hard piece to find right there. Priced to move. This whole collection is priced at the right price. This is something you can buy. It'll become worth something down the road. This is just some of our paper money. In just a second, we're going to get into some of the coins that came in this collection. Stand by. Okay, folks, we're back. We're going to get into some of the coins that came in this collection. Let me start with this one right here. 1793 Colombian gold coin. This one is really hard to find. I think this is the highest grade of this coin at an MS61 that you can find. This was graded by NGC. Just check out the quality of that. I mean, that thing looks like it's never been touched. Well, maybe a little bit, but an MS61 from 1793 in a big gold coin like that, I mean, that thing would melt for a lot of money. It's available at Ohio Trading Coin and Jewelry right now at a reasonable price. Let's see. We've got some other. No, this isn't exceptionally high, but this is a 1935 Mercury dime MS66. That one's priced at a great price that you'd be happy to own this. I mean, definitely a 1935 coin that looks like that. That's really great. You don't see that too often. All right, let's roll into some of the other stuff. So we've got here a $2.50 Indian MS63 graded by NGC. This used to be money in America. This is what money in America used to look like. Doesn't look like that anymore. This is a 90% gold coin. Really great piece. Price to move. This collection was just fabulous, and there's just so much more to come from it. Here's a piece that's really not that rare, although it's hard to find, because when you look at the end of this, it's red. And so the red pennies are the ones that are hardest to find. That's a 1969 red. Show you the back of it. Not very expensive, but something that's sure it's going to go up. I mean, they're just so hard to find in that grade. And when you consider how much it costs to grade them, it's just really great. Here's the 1899 $1 MS65 silver dollar. I love silver dollars. The Morgan silver dollar is probably the most collectible piece there is. That's a good one. It's MS64 19040. Just run through some of these that are super valuable, but they're fairly valuable, and they're great investments in my opinion. 1885 MS65. There you go. These half dollars are really nice. So this is part of what America has been doing for a long time, and a lot of people don't know about it. This is the 1936 San Diego half dollar. It's an MS66. Check that out. So we all know half dollars as having Kennedy or Franklin or some of those kind of people on it. This is what the country's been doing for quite a while. These are harder to find. That's why a lot of people don't even know about them. But that's a real half dollar. It was in circulation, although there weren't a whole lot of them put out. And there are very few that are MS66. So let me tell you, that's not a bad deal. All right, we have some stuff from overseas. This is the 1842 Switzerland. I'm not even going to attempt to say the name, but it's an MS61. This is from a shooting festival that they have over there. So if you have any connection to Switzerland, you'll know that this is a very hard coin to find. A lot of people desire it. That's a great coin in that grade. All right, now we're going to get into the big one here. This is a 1883 Carson City, and it's a MS66, but it's a proof lake. Look at that. Now, that's a regular silver dollar, but it got minted so much that they called it a proof lake. This is an expensive coin. This is a hard coin to find. Carson City, as everybody knows, is hard to find already, but you couple the 66 PL on top of that, that makes it super, super hard. One last coin here I'm going to show you. This is an MS67 star. This is 1937D Mercury dime. Man, I'm telling you, I don't think there's very many of these out there. I didn't check the actual number, but I'm going to tell you right now, MS67 star from 37. There are very few of these that exist. And the collector that bought this, I know that he paid a lot for it, but he loved it. He knew what it was worth. And our last coin out of this particular batch is just the MS66 1945. Not that rare, but still, again, it's an MS66, which is hard to find for sure. So we'll be back just in a second. We're going to go through some more of this paper money for you. Okay, folks, here's just a few. I'm going to run through them real quick and just show you some of the stuff that we have available. Ohio Trading Coin and Jewelry. We buy all kinds of things. I love paper money. This is another $3 bill, which is hard to find. $18.99. That's what the dollar bill looked like at that time. We buy all kinds of different things. And I hope if you're considering selling, you'll give me a call. And if you want to buy some things that are just going to be long-term keepsakes, that's what we have. I sell things, and I only buy things that I think are worth everybody's time. That's what I kind of focus on. I try to really stay away from the stuff that isn't going to appreciate down the road. I'll just give you a little rundown of some of the stuff that we have. I mean, even this piece right here. This is 1872 South Carolina. It's a 67 grade. That's a $20 bill from South Carolina. Hard to find that kind of stuff. Here's a $50 bill, Confederate States of America. You know, not my favorite stuff to deal in, but again, it's a $50 bill. from 1864. It's part of our country's history, unfortunately, but that's what it is. Here's a $1 bill from 1866. Here's a $10 bill from, well, they're not really sure, 1858 to 1860s. And that's what we have there. $1 bill from 1917. Oh, here's another one of those educational notes. Check that out. That's a 64. Forgot about that one. That's a really nice piece right there. And this is a 66 from Connecticut. This is sometime between the 1850s and 1860s. I mean, rarely are you going to see this kind of collectibles in one batch. And this is only part of what's coming. We've already gotten part of it, and there's a lot more to come. This is a $20 bill from the 1860s, Citizens Bank of Louisiana. Let's keep rolling here real quick. $5 bill, $10 bill. I like this one a lot. Now, there's Washington. That's what you would expect out of a $1 bill. That's a 1918. It's from Cleveland. It's a 45 grade. Love the back of that bill. These are all affordable. This is something you can add to your collection. They're currently available. Just give Ohio Trading Coin and Jewelry a call. I'll kind of roll through these real quick. These are pretty average things. Just silver certificates. Even though they're from 1935 and that's a grade of 66. That's a hard one to find. $5 bill, grade of 66. Oh, 1928. Look at that. It's a grade of 65. This is what they call a wood chopper bill. The guy looks like he's getting ready to chop down some wood. That's the back of that bill. That's a $5 bill. This is a $1 bill. 1878 $1 bill. That's a really nice piece there. This is a 1914 Federal Reserve Chicago note. That's a $5 bill. Grade of 62. You can see what that looks like. That's 1914. That's what your $5 bills used to look like. And this is big because when you compare this to what the little notes used to look like, this is a big note. And this is a little note. I'll try to show you the comparison. So you can see what our bills look like now compared to what they used to look like. And what makes these so rare, what makes them hard to find, is that they were so big. This wouldn't fit in your wallet. I mean, you couldn't just put this in your wallet. A lot of people took them and they crumpled them up. So as soon as you bend a note like this, now we're not talking a grade of 60. We're talking a grade in the 30s typically. So these bills have never been folded, which is what makes them very rare, actually, in my opinion. Here we have some more of the World's Columbia Exposition, Chicago. These are 3. That's Franklin. That's a good one. These are all in the grade of 66. This is a really nice one here. This is a children's special ticket. This one is really hard to find. Not very common. But you can check that out. So those are all graded. And remember, to grade anything, you're usually starting at like 40 or 50 bucks in the old days. And now they get even more expensive. Let's take you through some more of these. These are fractional notes. Now, I always talk about this guy because I've had these before. So this guy finally makes it, okay? Like, he gets somewhere. He's about to be somebody. And this is how he takes his picture? I don't know. Something must have happened in his life. I'm not really sure. But trust me, folks, if they ever get you to the point where you can put yourself on a bill, never, ever use that face. That's terrible. There's Honest Abe. There he is. George Washington. Another one of those Indians, which are highly desirable. That was a 64. This is a 65. Christopher Columbus in a 64. Again, these are all tickets that went off in 1893 to the Chicago's World Fair. Handle. And we're back to just some more of the $2 bills, which are more recent. Not as rare as some of the stuff I've been showing you. Another $50 bill that came in. That's Canal Bank. 1928 silver certificate. Not too bad. We got a few more of these. So this is another fractional, 25 cents. Now, if you look, this is the third issue of a fractional currency. So that means there were two other issues prior to that. Not as rare as some of them, but boy, I'll tell you, in a 64 for that year, as old as these are, you really can't complain about that. More tickets. And we're just about done here. I'll just run through these real quick. This is one of my favorite pieces right here. So this is a 25-cent fractional currency. You see how it's all set up. So it's basically 5 postage stamps in one piece here. A lot of people may not realize, but a lot of our currency was postal stamps for a long time back in the 1800s. We'll just run through these real quick. $20 bill, 1917, the 1860s, 1860s again. I like this bill a lot right here. That's a 63, but that's from 1855. That's Dalton, Georgia. And a lot of this stuff on the back, it was just kind of plain. This is a really great piece here, 1857 and the greatest 66. This all used to be money. That's how our money used to look. So we got a 1917 dollar bill. Again, all of this is available. It's for sale. Not all of this won't all sell at one time. So if you're seeing this video at a later date, there's a chance that some of this probably will still be around. We got two more pieces that I want to show you real quick. This is a 1928 A64. What a great piece. This is what they call a funny back. That's how our dollar bills used to look. And one last final piece here, folks, as we wrap up. This is Winchester, Virginia. That is a $1 bill from the 1840s, the Bank of Virginia. That's at a grade of 66. What a great piece. I mean, you can see all the artwork and everything that they put into it. That's what we have right now, folks. That's our latest buy. I'm Todd Bosley, Ohio Trading Coin and Jewelry, 330-323-9775. Feel free to text, call, email, whatever you want to do. Here's all of my information. I get stuff daily. I buy and sell. If you're looking to build a collection, I want to help you. If you're looking to liquidate a collection before you call the auctioneer, give me a call. Let me show you and tell you what I can do. I have a group of collectors throughout the United States that buy all kinds of stuff. And folks, believe me, I can get you a lot more money than you could ever get from an auction. The first hour of an auction, you're going to make money. In the next 3 hours, you're about to lose your shorts. So give me a call before you get beat up. Folks, thanks for watching. Check out all my other videos. I'm serious. I love this business, and I want to help you find the collectible you want. I want to help you be able to liquidate your collection the right way, not the wrong way. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a great day. Bye-bye.